everyone, I'm King. Welcome back to King Spade channel. So in this video, we are going to take a look at the Rune Knight endgame build in Ragnarok Online 3 during this Pioneer test. Now before we get started, just keep in mind that this build might not look exactly the same when the game is fully released. The developers might make adjustments, especially if players voice their opinions about certain skills that they feel a bit off, especially on the skills that does not have cast time or cooldown. If enough people are unhappy with a mechanic, chances are the dev team will tweak it for the final version. But for now, this is what we've got, and it's actually pretty interesting to explore. So the first thing I usually check when I'm learning how a job class should be played is through the recommended build on the start allocation window. For Rune Knight, there's really only one recommended path, the Dragon Knight. This is categorized as an initiator in teamfights with a bit of control on the side. Basically, you are the one charging in first, locking enemies down with debuff like stun or blind, and possibly taunting them, something knights have always been known for. The recommended stats lean heavily into strength and AG, which immediately suggests a fast attacking, normal attack focused playstyle. Sounds pretty standard, but let's dig deeper. When you switch over to the recommended build on the skill page, it shows a lot more detail. Rune Knight is labeled as a 1-star difficulty class, which means it's pretty easy to pick up and master. It also tagged as a single target build, which is funny because the 3 recommended skills here all deal area damage. So let's go through them one by one. The first skill is Hack and Slash. This one is a AoE that deals 50% neutral damage up to 5 enemies in a 5-meter radius. What's cool is that it's actually counted as a normal attack, and your attack speed affects it at a rate of 25%. So the faster your attack speed, the faster you will be throwing out Hack and Slash hits. What makes it even more interesting is that it has no cast time and cooldown. It basically replaces your normal attack. That alone makes it a core skill. The only drawback is that it's neutral damage, which means it won't benefit from something like the Venom Break's fire attribute effect. The second skill is Wind Cutter. With this, every normal attack or skill you use adds an extra AoE neutral hit to enemies within 5 meters. It is a nice way to stack more damage on top of Hack and Slash, but the downside is that it comes with a hefty 14-second cooldown. The third is Sky Piercer. This is another AoE, but with a dash effect. You leap straight toward your target and slam into up to 5 enemies in the area. It looks flashier, but like Wind Cutter, it has a noticeable cooldown, this time 12 seconds. So yeah, while the build is technically labeled as single target, the skills we just went through all are AoE based, which makes the Rune Knight feel more explosive in group fights. Of course, we can't talk about Rune Knight without talking about dragons. To ride your dragon, you will first need to learn the dragon training skill. This not only unlocks the mount, but it also boosts your movement speed and increases the damage of your dragon related skills like Dragon Breath Fire and Dragon Breath Water. Once you have got the skill to ride on the dragon, all you need to do is open your character equipment window, tap the mount slot under your avatar and select your dragon. Pretty straightforward. Now the dragon skills themselves are a bit of a mixed bag. Dragon Howling is a great defensive skill, clearing all debuff and giving you status immunity for a moment. Dragon Breath Fire deals frontal AoE damage with a 50% chance to inflict burn, while Dragon Breath Water works similarly but inflicts chill instead. If you are wondering what is the chill status is about, chill status reduces movement speed by 50%, lowers crit, attack speed and casting speed by 20%. This is taken from the Warlock Jack Frost skill. Both have 8-second cooldowns, which makes them feel a bit clunky for core damage rotation. That's probably why the game does not highlight them as part of the main recommended build. build. Rune Knight also comes with a solid lineup of buff. Enchant Blade increases your attack speed and defense, vitality, boost attack, crit rate, and physical damage. Rune Master pushes your physical attack and attack speed even further. Death Bound gives you a shield for survivability, and on top of that, you've got the Sonic Wave, another AoE skill that hits up to 7 enemies in a straight line. On the right side of the skill tree, there's a whole section dedicated to spear weapon skills, but those were not unlocked for this pioneer task. My guess is that we will eventually see a designated spear-focused build for players who prefer using the spear weapon. For now, the recommended skills all sit on the sword side of things. Just to give you a bit more context, normally a knight's base attack deals around 30% physical damage. Hack and Slash, on the other hand, deals 50% and effectively becomes your new basic attack once you reach 3rd job. That's why it's the core of this build. Now let's see how these skills actually feel in action. Hack and Slash is quick, almost instant, and because it's AoE, you will want to position yourself in groups of enemies instead of going one by one. It's way more efficient and feels great in mob fights. Wind Cutter works similarly, adding even more damage on top, while Skull Piercer really stands out visually. Instead of just dashing, your dragon actually jumps and slams down on the enemy. The first time I saw it, I thought, wow, that's an unexpected touch, a jumping dragon. And then we have the Remnant Echo, which spices things up even more. At level 2, it buffs Sky Piercer to deal more damage and adds a stun effect. At level 3, it boosts Wind Cutter's damage. But my favorite is the other resonance effect. At level 2, after casting Wind Cutter, your Hack and Slash gets boosted for 6 seconds. At level 3, Hack and Slash has a chance to refresh Sky Piercer's cooldown when the effect is active. That means your dragon can jump around much more often, which honestly will look hilarious and also fun to pull off in battles. So that's the Rune Knight endgame build for the sword weapon path in this pioneer test. It is simple to learn, strong in AoE fights, and has a lot of flashy skills that make it really satisfying to play. Whether the final version of the game keeps things this way or not, Rune Knight already feels like a solid pick for players who love charging in and causing chaos on the battlefield. Alright, what do you think of the Rune Knight 3rd job sword build? Let me know in the comment below. That's it for this video. This time video shoutout goes to... Thank you for always supporting me and this channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And also don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next video. And as always, happy playing. Bye bye.